Israel hammered the Gaza city and its outskirts overnight, the residents said on the Thursday, after the defense ministry approved an expanded offensive to target the remaining Hamas stronghold in the Strip. The newly approved plan authorities the call-up of the roughly 60,000 reservists, deepening the fears that the campaign will worsen the already catastrophic humanitarian crisis in the Palestinian territory. We are not waiting. We have begun the preliminary action, and already now the IDF, that is the Israel Defense Force troops, are holding the outskirts of the Gaza city, the Israeli military said in the statement. The Israel's plan to expand the fighting and take control of the Gaza city have sparked the international outcry as well as the domestic opposition. Ahead of the offensive, the Israeli military said that the call-up of the reservists would begin in the early September. The Gaza City residents also described the relentless bombardment overnight. The houses also shakes with us all night long, and also the sound of explosions they make, the artillery, the warplanes, the ambulances, and the cries for help is killing us, one of them, Ahmed, told to the Millennium sources. Also, the sound is getting closer, but where when we go? Another resident, Amal Abdel Alal, said that she watched the heavy strikes on the area a week after being displaced from her home in the Gaza city's Al Sabra neighborhood. Late on Thursday, the Israel military also detailed a range of operations across the Gaza Strip in the recent weeks. It said the maneuvers and the strikes created the condition for the military to intensify pressure on the Hamas and lay the groundwork for the next stages of the campaign. As Israel tightened its grip on the outskirts of the Gaza city, mediators continued to wait for an official Israeli reaction to their latest ceasefire proposal that the Hamas accepted earlier this week. Ball is in Israel's court. Israel and the Hamas have held a string of indirect negotiations throughout nearly 2 years' conflict, paving the way for a pair of short ceasefires during which the Israeli hostages were freed in exchange for the Palestinian prisoners. Of the 251 captives kidnapped during the Hamas October 2023 onslaught on the southern Israel that triggered the war, 49 are still in the Gaza, including 27 the Israeli military says are dead. Sources from the Hamas and its ally Islamic Jihad also told the Millennium this week that the latest ceasefire proposal calls for the release of 10 hostages and 18 bodies from Gaza. The remaining hostages would be released in a second phase alongside the talks for a wider settlement. Late on the Wednesday, the Hamas lambasted the Israel Defense Ministry's approval of the plans to take control of the Gaza city, saying it showed its blatant disregard for the efforts to broker a ceasefire and hostage release deal. Today's announcement by the terrorist occupation army of the start of the operation against Gaza city and its nearly 1 million resident and displaced persons that demonstrates a blatant disregard for the efforts.